My name is Denise Ojeda. I grew up in National City, California, which is outside of San Diego, and I've worked as an electrician at various electrical positions here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. As an electrician, there's a responsibility from the ground up until a building is completed. So specifically, we're talking about reading blueprints, looking at various parts of plans, planning your materials, using formulas to see if our calculations are correct, if the wire sizes, if the pipe sizes are correct, following codes, everything from digging ditches to bending conduit to doing instrumentation. The favorite part of my job is give a few weeks and the job constantly changes. So you may start at one portion. As the building progresses, you go on and now you're doing a completely different job in your field. So that's what's really interesting because it always changes. My education included, a graduate from high school, and I went to the military for a little bit, but I really found my path and had a strong interest in being in the electrical field. So I applied and was accepted in the apprenticeship here in New Mexico. So that's 4 years of school. It's 8,000 hours of on-the-job training, and you go at night as you earn as you learn. What I got from that when I was done with my 8,000 hours of training and schooling is I was eligible to apply for my journeyman's license. On top of that, ever since that, I'm also an OSHA authorized trainer. I've done high voltage, medium voltage safety classes. And along the way, as I progressed through my education and career, I've added different certifications to enhance my abilities as an electrician and teach that to others. My last job was as a teacher in New Mexico. I've taught for apprenticeships and I've taught for secondary, post-secondary colleges. And I really enjoyed that because when you come into the classroom, it's all about opportunity. It's about making lesson plans relevant to what real life is. I think what I would do differently on my path is I wish somebody would have told me about the opportunity sooner. I just kind of stumbled around. I had a college career path that I was going with, and it didn't resonate. I had a military path that didn't really resonate with me until I was asked to set up generators in a MASH unit, a hospital, and then it all clicked in. And it was like, oh, this is what I want to do. It made sense. It made perfect sense, and I had an aptitude for it. And I wish I would have found that pathway sooner. I wish there were guidance earlier, especially for women, to do these untraditional trades. I've made a good living, have for over years and years. I always have something I can fall back on, and I still do, to some degree, electrical work to this day. In school, I wasn't a big fan of math, but when I became an electrician, it made sense because it was relevant. You did testing, you did your calculations, and you could test it with a meter. You did follow the calculations, which could entail, hey, if I get this wrong, I can burn a house down or blow something up. You check your calculations knowing in mind that this is really a matter of public safety. So it's relevant in that it's important. The lessons that you learn in these courses showed me that I should have paid closer attention when I was in math, when I was in school and college, because I certainly needed those skills as an electrician. Where I went to school, vocational classes, women weren't allowed to take them. So that wasn't an opportunity. That was a lost opportunity. So what I did instead is I took music all through, elementary school, junior high, and high school. So I think that helped with math, because I guess when you learn your musical instrument early, it helps you with your math. So that was just by chance. I've had some really great instructors that just told me to believe in yourself and to figure out what it is that you want to do and follow your heart. So if anything, those were the lessons that were important to me. What I'd like to impart as far as guidance or wisdom would be to find your truth early, and if you don't have to be stuck in a path that doesn't resonate with you. To find what appeals to you. You might go down one path and then decide there's always tangents. As long as you're lifelong learning and asking the questions, advocate for yourself, life is relevant. and you need to find a way to get educated or that resonates with you, that will make sense. The math will come easier, whatever skills you need for that job will come easier for you, because you'll realize that here's an opportunity in applying all that I need to perform at my job. Speaking of jobs, what I do now is I'm an education administrator for the state of New Mexico. I'm a CTE coach for skilled trades. And what I hope to be in the next few years, and what I hope I'm doing now, is to change the face or the opinions of what career technical is, to show that this is a viable industry, that it's an important industry, that we have this huge skills gap and we need people to be involved. It's a great opportunity to make a great living, and you can still go to college and do whatever you need to do, be that lifelong learner, but this is a definite possible and a reliable career choice. And I encourage you to continue on with what your heart says to do.